That is shocking news. I like to think that we grew up together. Now. Okay.
You remember the good old days?
We both lived in a place. You folks
Together.
from New York may know Parkchester. You for a summer,
Yes.
and me for decades. Okay. All right.
Uzo Aduba, what have you not been nominated or won this past year and a half, 2 years?
It's
I'm
almost
confused.
it's almost obnoxious.
I was trying
okay?
to keep track, and then I finally said, oh, screw it. She's just everything,
Oh,
okay?
man.
Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. Of course, that's how we first became acquainted with Uzo. She's been nominated for a Golden Globe and a Screen Actors Guild Award. You've won stuff. Now here she is trying to make things right with someone she wronged last season on the show, and then we'll get to everything else you're doing.
Cracked one of my ribs. I got a right to hold a grudge.
I was protecting V.
V didn't need protection. V was a thug. She preyed on you.
You think I'm stupid?
I think you're vulnerable.
Yeah? Well, V treated me like a person. Everybody else thinks I'm a joke. She loved me. People need love.
Wow.
Thanks.
That's good.
Thanks. That's my castmate Samira Wiley, who I love so much.
It's fun to see you watch yourself and to see not only the emotional, but I think the physical transformation as well, from the character to your real life.
Yeah, well, you know, Genji, she really made it a point when we started the show. She wanted everything stripped down so that we could just really get to the meat of the story and really focus on what we were trying to say and do in the show. So that's involves a lot of not helpful makeup sometimes.
And you also have to knock off all those protective layers that we have to face life with, right?
Absolutely, you know, and I think that's how you really get to what it is that you're trying to say, the heartbeat of the story. And with these characters, these women, they have been stripped of so much already. And I think what we wanted to do is really bear that, show that as much as we could. You know.
Now, let me get this straight. You're the only person in history who won an Emmy for your role in a comedy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're playing the same role, and you won an Emmy for your role in a drama. Am I getting this right?
I did do that, but there's Ed Asner has also done
Oh,
it.
who's Ed Asner?
Just
So
so we're
good
clear.
company.
Just so
Who's
we're-
Ed Asner?
I wanna
What
get
has
it
he
right.
ever done? Come on.
What?
No, he's been in the business 500 years. You were in it 7 minutes, but it was the same show, and you got it in 2 different categories. Explain that.
Our show was in 2 different categories. That was
It
what
was a
happened.
comedy. It was a drama.
It was in the first season. It was nominated as or recognized as a comedy, and then the second season it was recognized as a drama. And the show itself also is the first show to have been nominated in both categories.
Okay,
That was
so that
huge.
was that.
Yeah.
Do you, I mean, and again, last week your name popped up, was it 3 times, I think, in nominations?
Yeah.
So I just wondered like what your cell phone looks like and how your mind deals with all of that.
My phone looks like, I was saying, you know, it's just if you were to scroll through text messages, it's just me putting a lot of banana emojis, like in response to people. Like bananas, more bananas.
So you don't
I don't know what
you don't do the XOXO.
No, I just send that banana
just banana,
emoji because I was like, I don't know what else to say. I really don't.
How? It's been a while now, but how have you taken all of this in? Because your life as an actor changed, therefore your life changes.
You know, I take it in very slowly. I just try to stay in a space of gratitude, you know, this amazing opportunity to do what it is that I love. You know, I love to make art, I love to act, I love to sing, I love to do that. And so I just try and stay in a place of gratitude that I get to do it.
And the singing, which we don't necessarily see on Orange, we saw on The Wiz.
Yeah.
I know we have a little clip, but I mean,
you do?
Oh,
we do.
my goodness.
Oh!
Right there in your heart.
Shanice.
Believe all these things, not because I told you so. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself.
That was live.
That was live.
How scary was that?
Terrifying. No. Terrifying. No, it was exciting. You know, it was really, the walk up to it was, you know, you get butterflies because you realize, oh, this isn't going to be a theater of 1,200 people. It's like millions of people watching this at once. But then just as you start to step into it, that old muscle kicks
Then you
in.
go back in. All right, speaking of muscles, Heather just told me you're going to do a play on the West End in England, which is sort of a pinnacle for an actor to do it, an American actor especially.
I'm so excited. You don't even know how excited I am. I'm really so excited. When I started acting, I had 3 dreams, really truly. I had 3 theater dreams: to do an off-Broadway show, a Broadway show, and to work in the West End. And I had the good fortune of being able to do those first 2. And so to now be a part of this tribe, which has produced so many amazing pieces, so many phenomenal actors, to go and be made part of that is
Do you
just
know what
really
theater
exciting.
you're going to be in?
I'm going to be at the Trafalgar Studio.
So the theaters themselves are places to go to there.
Yes,
so-
I mean that's where the theater began.
Okay.
You know, modern
By
theater.
the way, I want to acknowledge this is our all Nigerian day here
Yes.
on the
Yes,
show today.
Did you-
that's
Did
right.
you meet
Adewale, yes, so we got to meet backstage and say hello. I mean, he's phenomenal. Anyway,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Concussion, and has been brilliant forever. So it makes me really excited to know.
We want you to know all 3 seasons of Orange is the New Black streaming now on Netflix, so it's available to you. Always great to see you.
You as well.
And I met her this morning. You had no makeup on. You were standing by the bagel table. You offered me a bagel. It was very sweet. Thank you very, very
No
much.
problem.
Did he really